Hey there, I'm Keith, and I'm hoping to ride across the planet. But not on this. As it turns out, the cheapest way for me to get to the Arctic Circle was a stopover in Hawaii, so I figured why not stay a few days. After I arrived in Honolulu, I got a shuttle to the Polynesian Hostel. It's in a great spot, cheap as chips, and with a very chilled atmosphere, it was the perfect spot for me. As you can probably see, I went to Pearl Harbor. It's definitely a good way to spend a day, and despite Hawaii being a fair bit above my budget, I lashed out and spent the $12 to go on the USS Bowfin. I'm glad I did too. As it turned out, my mother had been on the exact same submarine about 30 to 40 years before, so that was a pretty cool connection to make. And really, when am I going to get another chance to go on a submarine? There's also the Arizona Memorial. It's pretty cool. You get taken by a boat to a massive construct above the USS Arizona and all her crew. This is one of the ships destroyed when Japanese planes bombed Pearl Harbor in World War II. Another cool thing about the Arizona Memorial is that it's actually free. I believe you're supposed to turn up at 11 collector tickets, but I didn't realise this at the time. Luckily, if people with tickets don't turn up at their time, you may be allowed to take their spot, as I did. Buying a $7 snorkeling mask is a good cheap way to spend your time in Waikiki. Unfortunately, I lost the memory card full of my good dive footage, so you only get this. It's not bad considering it's taken 100 metres from where I stayed. Yay! That sound doesn't get annoying after 5 hours. Lucky the views are amazing. My footage doesn't do it justice, but the cliffs are covered entirely in jungles right down to the pristine beaches. It looks primeval. It's amazing, definitely a must-see. One thing to watch out for when you're on the scooter is speed limits. It's a little tricky when you end up on a 60-mile-an-hour highway on a 50cc scooter. There is wild chickens everywhere. Then there's North Shore. What more can you say? Epic surf. Bit of a funny story. I was planning to camp up there, but just outdoors on the beach sleep. The only problem was it was a little bit cold, and without a sleeping bag or tent I was not too keen. So I went up to the backpackers, but the office was closed. So I had to pull the old, I fell asleep watching a movie in the common area. Worked quite well. Even used a shower in the morning.